What is up, blockchain gang? Today, I'm going to explain why some blockchain games are so successful, even when the gameplay is boring or tedious, and when it is enjoyable, why they are more successful compared to their traditional non-blockchain counterparts. This is very important to developers and players who would like to prevent their favorite games from being shut down. It is well known that developers are often overworked and underpaid as they churn from one project to another with little choice in the matter. But if we can keep good games around for longer, developers would get paid more and hopefully have a better work-life balance to continue producing more content we love and enjoy as players. First, let's take a look at the traditional free-to-play game model and why it typically fails over time after release. Every player base is made up of a portion of people who play the game entirely free, and a portion of people who financially support the game by paying for cosmetic items, boosts, or power. We can further divide this up into free players who participate in illegal money trading, as all three of these players generally have different motives for playing the game. RMT gold sellers are only going to play the game as long as there are people who buy their stuff and they can avoid detection. Free players only enjoy the game as long as it is fun and or they have friends enjoying the game they like to play with. This means that content is being released on a regular basis so the game doesn't get repetitive, and this content isn't locked behind a paywall or else they'll eventually quit the game, having nothing to do while feeling deprived of the core gameplay loop. Paying players are generally only playing the game as long as there are free players to beat up on, because when the free players quit and there are only bigger whales feeding on them, they soon follow the free players until only the RMT gold sellers are left and the game shuts down from a lack of financial support. This all doesn't happen by chance, see. After a game releases and the players start to decline, expenses to run the game are at their maximum, while revenue peaks. From this point on, expenses stay the same and revenue for the game plummets, which causes the design decisions to be influenced by whatever will get the most players to spend money. This is ultimately what causes this whole death spiral of paywalls in the first place. Now let us examine how the blockchain has the ability to change all of this, if executed correctly. We still have all of those players playing the game for the same reasons, but now we have to add a few new categories of people playing the game to earn without violating the game's terms of service. We also have to expand the amount of players willing to spend money on these games, since they are able to earn assets or currency to bypass paywalls without ever spending their own money. Of course, not everyone chooses to use the blockchain in these games, so we will still have traditional free players who will eventually quit the game, like in our previous example, or maybe they'll get roofied by a crypto bro and converted. However, we still have all of these players playing to earn whom paying players can beat up on, and as long as the game keeps releasing content, read paywalls, earners will continue to have things to sell to other players regardless if they use their own money or not. Essentially, the blockchain allows free players the ability to bypass paywalls, similar to how watching ads for premium benefits have only scraped the surface in the past. Also, since developers are taking a small percentage of all market fees, the revenue will be persistent regardless of cash app content due to the constant free market trading between players. These transaction fees can be compared to other games similar to World of Warcraft that sell cosmetics, boosts, and paywalled expansions, but maintain a consistent income between them due to subscription fees. However, MapleStory Universe is the first project that I've seen to entirely sustain itself through fees, and we will have to take note of their success in that regard, or lack thereof. That is all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Did you remember to subscribe so we can do this again sometime?